If you're trying to solve a murder in a haunted house with a detective, balls of steel, and a bunch of repetitive puzzles, there's a good chance you're looking at the SuperNormal series. But does it offer lasting scares or just some cheap thrills? Let's jump into it. SuperNormal and Supernatural are the first two games from indie developer Toro D Productions. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. It essentially means all alone, so that's a great title for a production company that is literally one person making these games. And when you consider that it is one person making these games, it is truly impressive what he came up with. The games are similar enough that I didn't feel like I could make two videos out of this, so I just decided to do both of them in one review. And quite frankly, if you like one game, you're probably going to play both of them anyways, so this is a good place to go to look into it. In both games, you play as Detective Wyatt.
Wyatt, thank you for coming so quickly. I just got back into the city, and when I arrived here, I found blood all over the place.
And in SuperNormal, you're looking into the disappearance of Sophia Sakamoto. You spend the entire game inside of her family home and looking for clues. After a set amount of time, the events of the night get increasingly unsettling and the spirit starts to haunt you. Now, why is this little girl, who's obviously you're trying to investigate her murder, stopping you from investigating her murder? I have no idea. But the creep factor is actually high on this one and the scares are pretty decent, so we're gonna let it go and just kind of ride that wave. In Supernatural, you're looking into the disappearance of a housemaid, and much like the original, you are spending the entire game in one house, exploring room to room, solving puzzles, and witnessing gore and creepy imagery as you go. Now, in the same situation, why is this woman trying to stop you from solving her murder? I have no idea, and if I understand the game correctly, you are talking to somebody who has been getting their house cleaned by a ghost for some time, and then she just stops showing up, but then she's there to help us. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, unfortunately, Detective Wyatt is kind of dumb as bricks and says some absolutely ludicrous lines out loud, like this one.
Bloody handprints in a home where Sophia loved playing piano. It sends shivers down my spine. She was in danger. Within these walls, I must find out.
Be prepared for that kind of nonsense. Both games incorporate your microphone in order for you to talk to the dead. In SuperNormal, Sophia responds to you through messages on the television, which is a pretty cool mechanic, and it did actually work pretty well. In Supernatural, I was able to piss the maid off and she would come after me, but at no time did I feel like we were talking in quite the same way that Sophia and I were in SuperNormal. The mechanic works okay, but as a streamer, it did make it hard for me to hang out with my audience while playing the game. The games have some creepy imagery and some legit jump scares. I actually screamed out loud a couple of times. Sophia, where are you? Oh, dude! I hope this is fun for you. But the repetitive puzzles feel more like padding than challenges and do make these games kind of a chore, unfortunately. I won't spoil what the puzzles are here, but once you figure out one, there's a really good chance you're gonna just do it over and over and over again until you complete the game, essentially. Both games have multiple endings, and with a playtime of under 2 hours, it does feel like you could replay them if you wanted to make sure that you do see both endings. However, nothing changes except for the very ending, so it does feel like it's a little unnecessary to have to play through the entire game again just to see what the other option is. Pros for both these games, they are actually really creepy. The hair on the back of my neck did stand up multiple times, and I even let out a couple of yelps as we were playing the game, specifically one in Supernatural where I screamed pretty good. They are both really cheap games. They're under 10 bucks, and for playtime of under 2 hours, that's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not awful. And then they're fun to stream. I know that I said that it's hard to talk to your stream while you're doing it, but it kind of turns the stream into an ASMR thing. But a lot of people like watching the streamer get scared, so play into it a little bit. Oh my God. Somebody want to clip the moment my soul left my body? As far as cons go, they're really short and they don't offer a whole lot of replay value because the games don't really change and the puzzles are incredibly repetitive. Unfortunately, the story specifically in Supernatural is just absolute nonsense, and considering it is a story-based game, that's kind of inexcusable in my mind. The story seems better in SuperNormal. Basic, you're gonna know what's happening before it happens, but at least the story makes sense. For me, SuperNormal feels like a more complete experience despite its flaws and short playtime. The story makes sense, interacting with the ghost was shockingly fun, and it was actually pretty creepy, and that's what I was looking for here. Supernatural was actually a little bit more creepy than anticipated. The Mrs. Doubtfire character in the commercial didn't look that scary, but she did prove to jump out at me a couple of times and freak me out. The storyline makes no sense in it, and there's a couple of red herrings in there where you're just like, why is this even in here at all? And the ending was really anticlimactic for me. So I did have a worse experience with it, despite the fact that I did have a few more jump scares. For the price, both games are actually pretty fun. Just turn off the lights, turn on your mic, and have some fun with it. Don't expect to this be something you return to over and over again. This is a 2-hour one and done experience, but for a couple of bucks, it's not a bad experience. SuperNormal gets a B- for me, while Supernatural gets a C-. Both games had flaws, but I just had more fun with SuperNormal. It felt like a better experience overall, and Supernatural had an awful story. I'm just going to keep harping on that because it's a story-based game, and if you can't make the story make sense to me or make it something I care about, why am I playing it other than just the cheap thrills? Sophia, can you play the piano? Please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. Sophia, come play the piano. I love hearing you on the piano. Piano me! Both games are available on Steam for under $10, so if you want to check that out, head over there and download those games. But if you do not want to play them yourself, but you're still curious about them, click the link up above here. I go through both games in their entirety if you want to see me jump and get a little bit freaked out on stream. Or if you want to hang out with me while I do the next indie game, we record an indie game every Saturday morning at twitch.tv/TheMongoolieShow. Head over there and hit the follow button, and we'll work my way through my backlog right there on the channel. All right, that's it for me though, so make sure you hit like and subscribe on this video so that I see you in the next one.